Welcome to another Halloween-themed 5 Things. On this episode, people are going to be pissed off. I'm just warning you right now because we're going over 5 horror movies that people love that we hate. And man, I know there's going to be some doozies on here because I know what Jen likes and I know what she hates, even though we differ in opinions sometimes on those things. And our special guest, we've talked movies, so I think I might know 1 or 2 films that may be on his list. And oh boy, that's all I'm going to say. There may be some arguments on this one too, so be ready for it. So joining me today is my co-host on everything that is popcorn, and it is Jen.
Hey, everybody.
Now, this is the second episode for the month of 31 Days of Halloween, and you need to do a couple of things. And if you like Halloween, right, and you like horror movies, what should you do, Jen?
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please do all those wonderful things. I know every YouTuber says it, but my God, does it really make a difference? So please do that. Now, we do have a returning guest who was a special co-chair on 5 Things during season 3, and that is going to be Danny Vega from TheDannyVegaShow. Hey, Danny, welcome back.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be back. It's been a whole lot of life happening, so I've been super busy, but I'm so glad to be here with my good friends once again, getting back on YouTube and then swinging things hopefully soon. So it's gonna be awesome.
Yes, it's nice to see your face again, and this is going to be one of those lists where I think we're gonna be pissing some people off. I get to see the heel Danny Vega return, right? We haven't talked about comic book movies and how bad Marvel's been, so now I get to see that heel Danny Vega back.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's like I said last time, Dave, it's finally coming into fruition after all these years when I said superhero fatigue is going to happen, and I said it was on its way out, and here we are. You know, this is going to be absolutely hilarious.
Now, I don't want to derail us too much, but DC just announced a plan where they're going to spend 3 years building out their production studios and doubling the size of their sets. They just don't get it. They don't get it. It's too late.
It's besides being too late, I mean, we all know DC is the superior for comic book cartoons. Like, they're just amazing. And if they just had those writers do the actual movies, we might actually get a good DC movie. Just saying.
Yep. All right, so we're not here to talk about comic books. We're here to talk about horror during the 31 Days of Halloween. And in case you haven't tuned into a 5 Things before, how this works, we go from 5 to 1, round robin style, and our guest goes first. So, Danny, what is your number 5?
My number 5, I thought this movie was cheesy, but for some reason, people love it. And it's The Babadook.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why do people love this movie? This movie's garbage. I just don't get it. I saw it, and literally this is my face the whole time.
Yep.
That's my number 5 as well.
See? Just saying.
I unfortunately had to sit through this twice. My daughters wanted to see it, so I watched it with them the second time, and they liked it. I don't know why. Oh my God.
You know what it is? Is that we're old. That's what it is. We're old, and it's just such a cheesy, garbage movie, man. I was like, oh.
Well, yeah, the age has to play into it because that kid throwing the tantrum in the car, oh my God, that just like, shut up, somebody smack him. What the hell?
Yeah. No, I'd have pulled over on the side of the road and backhanded that kid.
Yep.
That's right, I said it.
Shoot, man, my mother would have just been, as soon as you hear that voice raised, that it would have been instead of a horror movie, an action movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The character I thought was pretty cool looking. You know how he was in the shadows and everything like that. But the story was so slow. And yeah, sure. You know, I like horror when they have other storylines that are going on, but it just didn't feel right. Right. The mom being all depressed and everything. It just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think what
No.
movie did it right for a depressed mom and all that stuff was the new Evil Dead. That was cool.
Yep. That
Yeah.
was.
I also think they did it right in Lights Out
Yes.
with Maria Bello.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Maria Bello. She hits a home run anytime she is on
That's
screen.
true. I mean, she's amazing, but I think that they did it. But it also comes down to the writing too and the script, and I just think that they did it the right way. I really feel like they played into her mental illness, especially going all the way back to her childhood. They did it the right way,
Yes.
and that was so much better. Babadook or Babadook or however the fuck you say it was just trash.
Yeah, de-elevated her.
Yep.
All right, so my number 5 is considered one of the scariest movies of all time. They've hooked up heart monitors to people. It's the movie that is turned off the most on Netflix. And I don't think it's because it's scary. I think it's because it's boring. That's Sinister. We've tried it so many times. It's just, what? No, not good at all. It's boring.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those movies like, maybe it's me. Maybe I don't get it. So like 5 years have passed, put it back on. No, still not good.
That is very true, Dave, because I have some movies on here that I'm like, yeah, maybe, because, you know, I'm older, maybe if I go rewatch it, but I think I'm going to have your experience that whatever's on my list, that I'm going to watch it and be like, oh, it's good.
Because, I mean, I've had several, and Dave can tell you this, that I was like, yeah, I don't like this movie, this is shit. And then I'll watch it like several times, and then I like it. But there are just some movies that it's like, no, never gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You will like Malignant one day, I'm telling you right now.
No, I won't, because I'm intelligent and I know what that movie meant, and it was dumb. I didn't put that on my list, but it was dumb.
Yeah. Everyone loves this franchise, and I just don't get it. I think on the first movie, I was like, oh, that demon's cool, but that's it. Is Insidious.
Ooh, oh boy.
Yeah, you're gonna start a lot of problems.
Oh, wait until you get higher. Then you're gonna be like, what? Yes.
And then we're not gonna be friends with Danny anymore.
That's fine. But yeah, man, Insidious. I don't know. Like I was like, all right, cool, and that was it. Like literally, I honestly, the two things that I'm like, all right, that got me was the song, right? So the song, I'm like, all right, that's creepy. It's nice, you know, and especially at Halloween Horror Nights, you know, because, you know, I used to work at the theme park, so the house was cool and stuff. But other than that, it really didn't get me. I like a lot of, I'm not a gore person. I mean, it's cool, whatever, but I'm more of like scary and psychological thrillers like that. And Insidious really didn't do it for me. And I'm like, all right. It was a cool movie, but nope, not for me.
Yeah, that one is like in peaks and valleys, right? Because the first one was good, second one was okay, third one took a dip down, fourth one got better, right? And then we have 5, which is okay, but it was a different spin on the entire story. It's Lee Winnell and James Wan doing the same thing they did in Saw, where they killed off their best character in the first film, and it's like, what are you doing? Come on, you just ruined it.
Yes. My number 4 is Hellraiser. I fucking hate Pinhead.
Oh, wow.
I just do.
Wow.
Wait.
Watch Constitution be blunt.
Wait. Are we talking about the original Hellraiser, or are we talking about that shit reboot?
All of them. I don't like any Hellraiser.
I can agree on that.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan. I just don't like Hellraiser. I'm not like, and we met Doug Bradley. Like he was like at a VIP party when we were there, and I was like, I'm not gonna talk to him because what am I gonna say? I hated your movie.
Wow.
Hey, dog, you have a
Damn.
subpar character. Just saying.
He just doesn't. I mean, he doesn't scare me. I don't know. Like he reminds me of my grandmother's pincushion and her sewing kit. Like he's not scary, and I don't like the story. I just don't.
Damn.
I'm not apologizing. People can hate me. I'm not apologizing.
No, I could agree with that, Jen. That's a good pick. That is actually a good pick. I prefer the Puppet Master over Hellraiser. So
would I.
Yeah, I don't get Hellraiser 2, and I forgot to put that on my list. But every time I bring up Pinhead crossing over into Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, Jen's like, nope, don't want to talk about it.
No. No. It's not happening.
So, I say, Hellraiser's a heavy hitter, but I think this is where people may turn off. Silence of the Lambs is my number 4.
really,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot about that one because I also hate that movie.
really, I never thought of it as a horror though. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. This is one that we spaced out over time too. Watched it the first time, is like,
Yeah.
no. Fell asleep. It was a great nap. It was one of those movies that I had a good nap to. And then when we came back to it 10 years later, it's like, yeah, no, just still don't like it. I don't see what people get in that film. It's just like, no, not at all.
So here's the thing. I think that Anthony Hopkins is a really good actor to fall asleep to.
Oh
Wow.
no, you didn't. All right.
No, he is.
Good
Yes,
night,
I
everybody.
did. He is a
Good night,
good.
everybody.
No, Anthony Hopkins is an amazing actor, but in some scenarios, like his talking, it will just put you to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
He's got like that voice.
ASMR voice.
No, I think he's an amazing actor. I've seen a lot of movies that I liked with him in it, but just not that one. And there's a couple of others I didn't really like.
God. Anthony Hopkins, the ASMR actor.
Oh, no. I think he's a good actor. What I mean is like his voice. Like, I really think his voice can put you to sleep.
Well, I guess so.
He's
Yeah.
got like that, I don't know, it's like a storytelling voice kind of.
I
And
can
I
see.
could fall asleep to that.
Uh,
Like Morgan Freeman.
Here we go, another franchise that everyone loves. It was so scary. Oh my god! And I was just like, you guys boring. Paranormal Activity, the entire series. Absolute
Yeah.
trash. Absolute
Yes, it is.
trash. I was like, Blair Witch copying Mamma Jammas. Like, oh my god. I not scary at all. Literally, I watched it and I was like, that's it. All right.
We all remember, right? They were showing the commercials of people screaming in their seats and all this other stuff. We went to go see that movie. It's like, when's it get good? Where is it? It is garbage. I think we gave up after part 3. I don't know why we kept like, let's watch the next one. All right, let's try. No more.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. We didn't see them in the theater, though, I don't think, right? Didn't we watch them at home, the second and third one?
I think the second one we
I
watched
don't
at the
know.
theaters. For some reason, we just like to
Oh.
punish ourselves. I guess.
Well, whatever. Sometimes you just... Well, but we used to take alcohol with us back then to the theater, so it's a little easier to get through it.
Right? I tried
Alright,
that,
so
I tried
Jen,
that
what-
with Cocaine Bear and didn't help.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say I tried that with cocaine. And it didn't
That's
work.
what I thought he was going to say.
Wow, thanks guys. Yeah, Danny Vega, the cokehead. It's great.
My number 3 is It Follows.
I don't even think I've seen it.
Well, it's a movie about an evil entity that gets passed through STDs.
It's an STD. It's a fucking STD. You pass the entity by having sex. I can't.
Oh my god. So the movie's about AIDS. Got it. All right.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, like, it's, oh my god. And like these people, and you see them trying to convince the person to like have sex with them so they can like pass it on. And
Yep.
I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot. And why are you saying yup, Dave? Because you liked it.
I'm disagreeing with you because I know you don't like it. The movie's not that bad.
Yeah, Yes, it is.
No.
You fell asleep through most of it, so that you can't even like be like, oh, it was so great because you slept through most of it.
And I watched it without you on a different viewing. This will be one of those ones that you come back in 10 years and probably like.
It follows?
It's like Smile.
How many years has it already been?
It's
that movie's
like
not even
Smile.
like brand new, so.
It's like
No, it's
Smile.
not.
It just
No,
has
it
sex
is
in
not. Oh my. I don't care if it has sex in it. That's not the point. The whole point is that's how you pass the fucking entity is through sex. Why? That is so dumb.
Did you ever see an 80s horror movie? Do you ever see
Yes.
Jason? You have sex, you die.
It's
But not that way. Because you broke the rules. It's not the same. There are rules.
I'm agreeing with Jen on this. Like, it is not the same.
It's not the same at all. And you just sound stupid for saying that.
Hey, how did Danny turn into a demon? Chlamydia. Like,
All right, my number. I gotta get us off of this. Beat me up over this movie here. So my number 3 is It from 1990, the 2-part miniseries that was on TV. Tim Curry, great.
I knew that was going to be on your list.
Tim Curry, great. But this is the first movie out of my next 3 that I despise the actors in it. Tim Curry, great, fantastic. He was great as Pennywise. Everybody else sucked, horrible. The spider at the end, my God, that is like the worst thing I've ever seen in a movie. And it was made in 1990.
It was like 1990.
So what? Look at the gate that came out several years before it. Blew it away. And you got the spider with the strings. Oh my God. You know where I saw a spider with strings before? It was on the Ewok special from Star Wars.
I could agree with the other actors and stuff like that, but don't you dare disrespect Tim Curry like that. Talking about his bad movie. He made the movie. No one watched it. No one watched the movie for anyone else. No one watched it.
Nobody watched it for the kids. Everyone wanted the kids to die. It doesn't matter who played the kids.
Thank you.
Look, if
who cares who played the kids?
well, look, the Losers Club and Tim Curry, right? So my math real fast. 80% of that movie was shit. So that means it's crap. Tim Curry didn't save that movie.
Yes, he did by killing everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, and just so we're clear, your math has not been great lately, so 80% is probably way off.
Yeah, it's probably higher.
Oh, shit.
No. No.
Don't hate it. However, I was never a fan ever. You know me, the big Friday the 13th fan. Wasn't really a fan of Halloween until I got older, but still to this day, I'm not a fan. And that is A Nightmare on Elm Street, the entire series. Yep. And the only reason why it's number 2 is because everyone loves it. And heel Danny had to come in with a smackdown and be like, not for me, homie.
Oh my God. I literally have no words.
Neither do I.
Yep. Not a fan at all. And it's not because it's like, oh my God, he's so scary. I just, nope. Because I prefer Jason.
You like your slashers not to have a personality.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna just drop. We're just gonna drop bitch every 5 seconds. That's a personality. Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't
He doesn't say it every 5 seconds. He does not say it that often.
He says it so often.
We've seen those movies so many times.
He says it so often that Rick and Morty made fun of it for saying it so often. It's ridiculous. And then on top of that, like I said, when Freddy and Jason first came out, I was rooting for Jason to win. And when he did, I was like, oh, yes!
He did win.
He did. Okay, so he grabbing the head to his soul error, the other dimension. That's a win. He winked.
Who was in control of Jason? Freddy.
You know what? It's funny because you're like, oh, he controlled Jason, but what did he have to do to control Jason? He had to imitate his mother. That's the only reason why. The only reason why he had to imitate his mom, because Jason does everything that his mom does. That was it.
If we want to pull in the sequel series is out there. Freddy was still in control of Jason in the sequel.
There's no sequel. There's no official movie. It's not canon.
My number 2 is Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think about putting that on here, but it's boring. Like, it's really boring.
It's so boring. I could just take a nap to that anytime I put it on. It is beyond boring, and the reveal was so fucking stupid.
There is no reveal. They don't show nothing.
Well, that's just it, because there isn't actually a reveal. They're just all like, oh my God! And we don't get to see what the hell's going on with the damn baby. Stupid. It's stupid.
Was there even a baby?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Exactly. Was there a baby? Or was she just crazy?
I don't know.
Let's go with that.
This is slower than Hereditary. It's slower than Midsommar. It's slower than The Witch. If you've seen that movie with Jennifer Lawrence, The Mother, that bombed and everybody hated it, it's the same premise. So if Mother bombed, Rosemary's Baby isn't that good either.
Yeah.
All right. So usually when the three of us together, we have a movie that is the same. Sometimes we hit all at the same time. The movie that is the same for all of us, which is at my number 2, is The Babadook. So that's my number 2 because I hate that little kid. I hate the kid. I hate the mom. I just hate that movie. It's painful. I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a pencil to get out of watching that movie. And I'm glad I never have to watch it again.
And you know what? I have 4 kids, so I don't really like to root for kids to die, but I fucking hated that little whiny kid. Seriously.
Yeah. I can hear him screaming in my ear right now. That's how much I hate this movie. Oh.
He obviously didn't get beat enough. That's all I'm saying.
That's when you go, adoption. Oh, Jesus. God, what is wrong with me? So for Dave, for Jen, and for all you fans that love Nerdbox so much, especially because of this movie, I absolutely hate it with a passion of 1,000 burning suns. And that is Scream 6. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Wow.
Look, they are just stunned. You see that?
No, I'm not stunned because that one's not my favorite, so...
The reason why, and I'm going to explain this, the reason why I hate it so much is because when Scream 5 came out, I was like, cool. It's a little good spin, like a remake of Scream 1, even though I hated the reveal because I was like, here we go again. And they were meta about it. Like I said, I told Dave this a million times when they're like, we know people are disappointed, but this is what's best for the movie. I was like, right? But when you're saying that you're going to revolutionize Scream for the modern day and you make part 6 exactly like part 2, I'm done. I'm over it because that makes me think you're just going to copy and paste for Scream 7 and Scream 8. It doesn't do it for me. You had the whole revenge thing of a parent, and that was the whole thing of Scream 2 with Billy's mom getting revenge and then this kid's dad getting revenge. I hated it. I hate it with a passion of 1,000 burning suns. It was the dumbest thing they could have fucking done. Excuse me.
Neil was dumb as shit.
Yes. I hated it.
The only thing that I liked the only thing I really liked in Scream 6 was I liked the whole thing of the 2 idiots trying to be the copycats and then they got killed in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was great. I love the opener. The opener was great.
I love the opening. The opening reeled me in, and then I was like, okay, I don't understand. First of all, we figured out who the killers were. It was so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
no, you didn't piss us off, Danny, because that wasn't our favorite.
Oh, good.
My number 1 is The Exorcist. I've said this many times when we've talked on our review shows or whatever, and I feel like the people that are scared the most by The Exorcist are people that were raised very religiously. I was not. I've never pretended that I was. I was not raised in a religious household. I was baptized, but only because my grandmother wanted me to be. I was not raised religiously. I've never stepped foot in a church except for when someone got married or died. I laugh at that movie.
There ain't nothing holy about that spider walk down the steps. Let's go there. Ain't nothing holy about that.
Yeah, that was a little creepy, but
Was that creepy? Yes. The spider walk down the stairs. Of course, because like you're walking like a fucking crab down the stairs. Like nobody should twist their body like that. That's creepy. But the movie certainly doesn't belong on like the top list of like scariest horror movies. I'm sorry. It's not that scary.
I think it's a different generation thing too. Like, because when that came out, like me and Dave were talking about this, right? And you hit it on the head too. Different eras of horror scared people at the time, right? So I think you nailed it on the head, Jen, that at that time it was a lot of spiritual, a lot of voodoo, a lot of stuff. That's what scared people during that time. So, so I totally agree with you that when you're not religious, that's kind of like a meh, you know?
I do. I can appreciate that. But for me, that's why it's number one on my list, because for me, it just doesn't scare me at all. And I've seen it numerous times. It doesn't scare me.
You could be wrong.
Dave, you can lift your chin up, Dave. You were raised Catholic. You were a fucking altar boy. So
it's okay that you're wrong, right? It's okay that you're
I'm not wrong.
My number one, and I really despise this movie. I don't know why people like it, but The Invisible Man 2020.
Oh yeah.
That movie sucks. I'm sorry. No, it's a Hollow Man remake. It's not the Invisible Man remake. It's a Hollow Man remake. And people love this movie? No. I wanted to see the protagonist get killed in the movie. She annoyed me.
Yeah.
Maybe the people who liked it never saw Hollow Man.
You liked it? What are you talking about?
No, I liked it at the time, and then I was like, nope, I don't.
She made me watch it a second time.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Because you wanted the girls to watch it. You made me watch it 2 times.
No, I figured it out like immediately. I was just like, because I agree with you, Dave. It was Hollow Man remake, and I enjoyed Hollow Man as a kid. You know, because I was like, oh man, that's actually pretty, different. And that Scary Movie 2 made fun of it. I thought it was fantastic, right? But this one, as soon as it was happening, I was like, that dude has an invisible suit. I was like, there's some way. I was like, he has an invisible suit. And right in the beginning. And sure enough, when it happened, I'm like, see?
Yep.
I think they tried to play on the psychological aspect of it with the abuse and stuff, but not everyone gets there.
Man, if they revealed that she was actually crazy and no one was there, that would have been dope.
Yeah, that would have been a lot better.
That would have been really dope. I would have been like, yo, what? It's like, this chick was crazy the whole time?
Yeah. This is definitely one that I'm not going to go back and try to see in 10 years. Like, oh, well, maybe my opinion. No, don't want to see it. Don't want to see it at all. It ruins the total concept of what the Invisible Man was about. I want to see somebody have that mental breakdown because they've messed around with this potion or whatever they come up with for a future movie, and see that mental state go and them go crazy. That's what I want to see, not what we done.
You know what movie, though, like, as an honorable mention, you know what movie that some people love, some people hated? I love the concept, but I thought it was a weird movie. Like, some things freaked me out, and I was just like, oh, if that really happened, yikes. Was Nope.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You see, that's how I felt about the movie, right? But the one thing that actually freaked me out was just like, oh, it's not a saucer, it's an actual creature. And I was just like, when you heard the screams of it eating people, I was like, God damn! I was like, all right. I was like, that is creepy as hell. But the rest of the movie, I was like, all right. You know? It's one of those movies that if it's someone else directed it, I don't know. I have no disrespect to Jordan Peele, but I feel like if someone else directed it or wrote it, I think with that concept of the alien really being an alien, I thought that would have been... Yeah.
I think people try too hard to have him as like the next king of horror. He's good, but he's not amazing, right? He's just retelling stories and putting new twist on it. No, Us, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Jaws. Like, we've seen these things; they're just being retold for a new age of horror.
Yeah. I don't think Jordan Peele's terrible, but I think some of his ideas are just, like he said, they're like stolen ideas. Like, he's just redoing it just in a different format, but it's really something we've already seen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was like a Western, but then not a Western, and then it was a horror movie, then it was not a horror movie. I was like, all right, cool. I was just really confused about what everything, the whole format was about. But like I said, just having, we think it's a spaceship, and then figuring out that it's actually a real entity, it's a real alien. That part is what intrigued me. I was just like, God damn, that's really good. Everything else.
Yeah. The acting was superb. Like, the acting was done. It was really good in that movie. So, maybe this is why we haven't seen another one. Where's the fourth film? We haven't seen one. So, just saying. Anyway, do you hate us after this show for the list that we have? Do you agree with any of our picks? Let us know by dropping that in the comments. Man, wow, there are some things on there. There's actually a movie that I thought Danny would have on there that didn't make the list, so maybe we'll talk about it and we'll see it come. The Shining.
The Shining.
Well, we'll just leave it at that. That's his reaction, so I'm surprised that didn't make the list, because I know his disdain for that movie. So, as always, Danny, it's been a while. Tell us what you got going on, maybe, possibly in the future.
Yeah, guys, like I said, just life has been life, and trying to get back on the YouTube train on the Danny Vega Show. So if you haven't seen any of my stuff, please go like and subscribe. Trying to get back on that train and find some time for that. And also have a bunch of different short films that we're cooking that's, on pause. So hopefully we can start cooking again and get those finally out for all of you guys that have been very, very, very patient. So I appreciate every single one of you. And hopefully be more on some Nerd Box videos as well. So that's what I got.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. All right, so you all know what to do. Jen, what do they got to do?
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please do that. And join us for all of our other videos on the 31 days of Halloween. So we'll have a few more 5 things coming up. And Danny will be sitting in the guest host chair on the next one. Until the next video, see ya.
See ya.
Peace.